Fortnite Season 2 Chapter 4 information is already being leaked, including some Battle Pass skins, new features, and more, so let me explain what we know so far. Let's start with Teen Midas, who was accidentally leaked in an internal Fortnite skin survey that showed the earliest concept of his skin. It is confirmed that Midas was a part of the Imagined Order when he was young, and while the Ageless, aka Geno, is the leader of the Imagined Order, so it is perfect that Teen Midas arrives in Fortnite Season 2 of Chapter 4 since he was first introduced in Season 2 of Chapter 2. The Ageless tasked the Rift Warden to start building the Rift Gate for a reason, so it's possible that Midas might be a part of his plan. While we start building the Rift Gate though, Rift Warden Stellan tells us about our first villain, a shapeless man watching with a dark purpose. This is super interesting because if we look at the Fortnite skin survey that gave us an early look at the two styles of the Ageless, there were a few other skin concepts that fit the description of this shapeless man. Everyone thought this concept was the Nothing that we learned about at the end of Chapter 3, and it kind of sounds like the Rift Warden could be describing the Nothing. This would be the perfect skin to have as the special or bonus skin in the season as we lead up to the live event at the end of Season 2, kind of like how we had the Herald during Season 4 of Chapter 3. A few other skins from this skin survey were already released in Chapter 4 too, so they were definitely planning around this time in the story when they made these. The Oathbound quests also give us some insight on the status of the scientist, and it seems like whoever captured him may be turning him into a darker, evil version. So just like how we got the Reality 659 version of Paradigm in a Battle Pass, I'm thinking there's a possibility that we'll get a different version of the scientist in the Chapter 4 Season 2 Battle Pass. The only chance we had previously to unlock the scientist was in the Chapter 1 Season X Battle Pass, and it seems like Fortnite wants to give people the opportunity to unlock at least different versions of all the members of the 7. We also know that Amy, the AI robot that guides us through the quests, is in the process of building herself an exosuit, and some people speculate that this skin concept could end up being her. Personally, I don't think she's going to become a skin quite yet, but it is a possibility. Moving on, since most of the island has the medieval time period theme, especially with the castle at the Citadel being like the main focus, I think it's likely we see more characters that fit this theme. Zelda has a new game coming out in a few months called Tears of the Kingdom, so I think Link would be the perfect fit for a crossover skin in the Battle Pass. It's pretty much guaranteed that we have some sort of collab skin in the Battle Pass because the last time we didn't was all the way back in Season 1 of Chapter 2. João Felipe made some awesome concepts here, including the Master Sword pickaxe that sounds super cool, as well as a iconic emote of Link using the Sheikah slate. If they pull this collab off, it might be one of the hypest battle passes in Fortnite history. This kind of leads us to our next leak, which is the addition of brand new animals. Having rideable horses is the perfect animal for a medieval themed island, and I'm sure Fortnite knew that, but decided that motorcycles might be a little more exciting to introduce for a brand new chapter since you can go faster and do tricks with them. Hopefully now that Fortnite has capitalized on the hype of the motorcycles, they can finally let the horses free. I just remembered too that there are stables on the island already, so they already have a home. I'm sure you guys remember that flying rideable animals were actually leaked in the files all the way back in Chapter 3, and I'm still holding on to a little bit of hope that dragons will arrive to the island soon. I don't know what you guys think, but I could see the Fortnite Dragon update being one of the most anticipated updates of all time. A Game of Thrones collab event would be the icing on the cake, but I don't want to get my hopes up too much. I know it is kind of a reach that I'm speculating this hard just based on a rideable flying animals leak, but realistically, what other rideable flying animal would there be? I think part of the reason I have such high hopes for this season is because Season 2 of Chapter 2 was the best Fortnite season of all time in my opinion. So now I'm just hoping that they follow that trend of some sort. I wish I could say that Chapter 3 Season 2 lived up to that expectation, but if I'm being honest, it really didn't. Anyways, a newer leak that was revealed recently was the addition of a wall running mechanic in the files. Since the Ageless has been using the kinetic ore to build advanced technology, my best bet is that it could be some sort of mythic, kind of like how we had the Spire double jump boots mythic in Chapter 2 of Season 6. Using that ability on builds during a build fight would be so funny. So Fortnite better not be teasing us again with a leak that just takes forever to be released. Hypix also mentioned that there is a double jump ability that could be an augment in the files as well. And believe it or not, Fortnite has been working on a double jump item for years now. This could definitely be fun to use in game too, but personally, I'm way more excited for the wall running ability. Next up, guys, believe it or not, Fortnite has already added a season 2 chapter 4 boss to the files. Right now, it is referencing to Darth Vader, so this could just be like a special event for Star Wars Day that happens on May 4th of every year. I honestly wouldn't really mind if it ends up being Darth Vader, because they could make it up to us by finally giving us the Force Choke as its own mythic ability. There are more potential Star Wars characters we could see on the island too, such as Darth Maul or General Grievous, but there is no hard evidence of those yet, unfortunately. And guys, I actually have some bad news, because Creative 2.0 was supposed to launch at the end of January, but Tim Sweeney has already announced that it has been delayed again, and they are now planning on bringing it in March. Since the current season is scheduled to end on March 10th, I'd assume they would just wait until season 2 to officially release it. And I've already talked a lot about Creative 2.0 in my past videos, but you guys can see here some of the capabilities it could bring. It's still not clear what the restrictions are going to be, but considering it's been delayed countless times now, I would hope they're trying to give us as much freedom as possible. Moving on, I forgot to mention that HypeX discovered that Fortnite has started working on the Family Guy skin once again, so we can probably expect that skin to come relatively soon, either later this season or in the Battle Pass for Season 2. I've got a great concept here by my designer EA Skate that shows some of the cosmetics we will probably see. The best one of these has to be the Stewie back bling, so Epic Games, if you weren't planning on doing this originally, you definitely need to do it now. There is always a small chance Epic is just updating the files on this skin to troll us, because we've been waiting on this collab for at least a year now. I also can't really tell if Tim Sweeney is trolling about Fortnite returning to the iPhone next year, but it seems like he's serious. I feel like everyone who used to play Fortnite on iOS probably doesn't even care about Fortnite anymore because it's been so long, but hey, I thought I should mention it just in case. A smaller update that we can expect in Season 2 is a small change to the vending machines. According to this leaker, it will give you a random weapon of the weapon class that you choose, and it says, "You want it? We got it. Maybe." What type of weapon are you looking for? So I guess this could be kind of useful, and I don't want to get you guys too excited, but Epic once again is updating the Spider-Man web slingers in the files. I personally don't have a lot of faith in these actually returning, just because they didn't even return when Gwen was in the Battle Pass. It is weird that they added them back to the files though. Maybe they'll just reskin them like they did for the grapple glove basically. And it looks like Fortnite may actually be reskinning Tilted Towers as well, because Fort Tori has discovered a file that is named Titled Towers. So either they made a spelling mistake or the POI will be slightly different this time around. The clock tower is on the map already, so I don't know if that means this whole cave is going to melt or what, but however Fortnite decides to bring it to Chapter 4, I am all for it. But that's pretty much it for all the leaks, guys. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and check out this awesome Battle Pass trailer by Jao Felipe.